Hello and welcome to Talk Lit Get Hit, a podcast where we read viral books the internet won't shut up about and rate them lit or shit.
We're your hosts Bridget and Laura, lovers of sad girl fiction and tragic endings, fearers of smut, urban fantasy and the who did this to you trope.
Join us as we pick apart all the books the internet loves
and embark on a journey to figure out why.
This month we're taking on a TikTok favourite new adult romance complete with steam, suspense and darker themes. Heavy on the tropes and easy on the cover design, this month's pick alleges to include grumpy sunshine, forced proximity, enemies to lovers, brother's best friend, morally grey heroes, and of course, billionaire romance. This month we're reading Twisted Love by Anna Huang. Bridget, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Did you like that?
I had to stop myself from laughing, yes. It was a real struggle. I loved it.
Thank you. Look, I was thinking this month, this is not our first time attempting to read a romance on Talk Lit Get Hit, and more often than not, we are rating them shit. Looking back, we have books like The Love Hypothesis, The Spanish Love Deception, Romantic Comedy, Red, White and Royal Blue, Icebreaker, etc., etc., etc. All shit. I thought to try and beat the allegations of being romance haters or unromantic, we could take a quiz.
Yay!
So I've picked a pretty official looking quiz from Psychology Today. I think this must be direct from the source because it says psychology in the URL.
And it says today, so it's current.
Mm-hmm. Tick, tick, tick. 20 questions long, 3 minutes to complete. Are you a hopeless romantic? Let's find out.
Okay. Can't wait.
First question. I believe in romantic destiny.
I wish they had definitions because what does that mean? Buzzwords. Like you're destined to end up with the same person forever, or like there's one person for you, or
I think those are
the same thing.
Schools of the same thought. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go neutral.
I think I partially agree with that.
Number 2, emotionally vulnerable relationships aren't scary. Once again, what context? Like,
don't think about it too much.
Okay.
A romantic never would.
Okay, stop spoiling my results.
I'm going to say that I sort of disagree with that. I think it is scary to be emotionally vulnerable, but I think it's scarier to have a relationship where you can't be emotionally
I agree.
vulnerable.
Okay, slightly disagree. I can be impractical about love. No, I disagree with that. I don't think I'm impractical.
Yeah, I think I'm very practical about love.
I believe in soulmates and the one.
I think I agree to an extent, but I don't think that means the same thing to me that it does to some people.
Or this quiz.
Yes. I'm going to still say agree.
Okay. I think I disagree, or like slightly disagree. I think there's many people you can mesh with, and not all soulmates are romantic. I plan romantic surprises for my partner. Disagree. Don't do that.
Yeah, sorry. Like a lukewarm disagree. Some things they'll be like, oh, I got, that tin of sardines. I know you love my darling.
I don't know if that's romantic though. Like in the context of Psychology Today, I don't think this tin of sardines is romantic.
Love language. Sardine.
I vividly remember the first gift I ever received from a partner.
A partner, any partner, every partner? The partner I'm currently with? I disagree on all fronts. I can't remember at all.
I can remember getting given a teddy bear by a boy that I didn't like, but I was made to date by one of my friends because she wanted him to buy us these ice blocks that were called TNTs. And when I say date, it was like everyone knew that we were dating, but we never spoke.
Yeah, that was the way. Yeah.
I love stories of couples who succeed against all odds. No, I don't like that.
Yeah, I think it depends on the odds. Like we're talking about like someone went to war and like she waited, or is it like they were in an abusive relationship?
Credence.
Yeah, everyone was like, you shouldn't date your cousin. Yeah. I'm going to say I pretty much disagree with that.
Yeah, same. My friends say I am too affectionate with my partner in public. Disagree.
People are saying that to you all the time. Stop smooching, Bridget. I'm going to say disagree for that too. People are like, you are affectionate and we love it. Do it more, please. That's a story I tell myself.
I write my partner love notes. No.
I don't write love notes.
I don't write anything.
Yeah, it's a disagree.
Disagree. I often ignore flaws in my new relationships. Well, I haven't had one of them for a long time.
Friendships, big tick. I look for flaws.
I don't think I ignore them. I think I fixate on them.
Yeah, I think I would disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
And I think if I was starting anew, I'd be looking for any excuse to not date someone or to be like,
Oh,
nah,
same.
next.
Yeah, same. There was only one match for me. I mean, I said before that I think I disagreed with soulmates and the one, so I think I have to disagree with this. Otherwise, I'd be lying.
I think I pretty strongly agree with this. I think, do I believe in soulmates as some big cosmic conspiracy? Probably not. But I think I believe in one match and soulmates as in like how many people in my life would I genuinely be willing to put in that work for? Because like a relationship is work, obviously.
Okay, Mel Robbins.
Yeah, I gave myself the ick. I can't think of many people I'd be so willing to grow alongside and like
tolerate the
yeah.
moist towelettes on the
I
head.
think that's yeah.
I think you've swayed me. What are you putting?
I'm putting Luke agree.
Okay, Luke.
Lukewarm agree.
Lukewarm agree. Okay. Love does not conquer all. Like once again, like if it's an abusive relationship, if it's incest, love shouldn't be conquering it. So I agree. Love
And like
does not conquer all.
there are lots of terrible things people will call love.
Yes,
But
yes.
like honest love when we're being real with ourselves.
Wholesome love, like respectful love.
I agree with this as
I don't
well.
think we're the right target audience for this.
I've got to say, this is not boding well.
No, I don't think we're going to get hopeless romantic. My friends say I don't proceed with caution when meeting someone new. No, I would. I mean, once again, not meeting someone new, but I would disagree because
so cautious I'm not meeting anyone
yes,
new.
if I was single, it'd be it. I idealize romance. No, I have to say it doesn't cross my mind often. And like I hate every romance book I read, apart from like 5 of them.
Yeah, I disagree. I don't strongly disagree. I might even go neutral on this one.
Yeah, well, if I don't think about it, then I have to go neutral. Like it's not like I'm like, no. Okay, I believe in rom-com, happily ever after love. No, because I think a lot of them break up when the movie finishes.
I believe in the version of love that rom-coms sell us. I think there are like, you know, those New York street interviews with an old person on a park bench or something. That makes me believe in the rom-com version of love. It's out there somewhere. Is it as prolific as we're led to believe? Perhaps not.
Yeah, does it happen in 3 weeks like it does in the movies?
Oh, what magic.
16, I daydream about perfect love's grand gestures of romance. No, I don't daydream about that.
I live it. I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of these questions are geared towards single people. So, I mean, I would always like a grand gesture of romance. Well, just say neutral.
Okay. Number 17, I avoid losing my head in a new relationship. No, I don't see that happening for me.
I would say I disagree. I am losing my head. I'm like, screw all my friends, screw all my commitments. Yeah, calling in sick. I've got to hang out. Disagree, but not strongly. People say I confuse chemistry with compatibility. Pretty assumptuous to think that I have chemistry with anyone. Do you think you've ever felt chemistry with someone?
When I see like people be like, oh, those 2 actors have great chemistry, I'm like, are they just like funny?
Like just hot?
Are they just hot and funny in the same room? And like witty?
Yeah.
Because I would say like Jennifer Lawrence, hot, funny, witty. She's got chemistry with everyone. But like someone like Sydney Sweeney, she's only hot.
Yeah.
She's not funny and witty, and I don't see her having any chemistry with anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't really know. But if you get along with somebody, to me, that's chemistry. But that's compatibility because you get along.
I think chemistry is a hot person's game. I'm going to say I don't do this. I disagree.
Neutral? Yeah. Oh, disagree.
First of all, who's talking about me?
And why? Number 19, I follow my heart in respect to love.
Yeah, I think we've made that pretty clear. Like, my heart is like, just be sensible, please. Agree.
So I think that's not agree.
Oh.
I think that'd be your mind.
Jury's still out on which part does which.
I'm going to go slightly disagree. Number 20, love fades over time. I mean, it can. Like a Sims relationship, if you don't talk to the other Sim, it will like the relationship bar will slowly decrease.
Yeah, I think love can fade if you don't nurture it or if you don't care about it. So again, I don't think this is a good faith question by psychology today.
Because like if you don't talk to them, or like spend any time with them. Like my best friend, whoever they might have been in grade 1,
Yeah.
I don't even know who they were.
Or if they don't talk to you, you might start to feel a
Yes.
bit less interested.
Yes. That doesn't mean that love always fades.
I think the angle of this question is like, you only have sex in your 20s and then you're ugly and
right.
practically dead.
Okay, well, I disagree. I think I disagree.
I think I disagree too. Score?
I can't wait to see this.
Intriguing.
We've been given a number out of 100, and so 0 to 24 is highly unromantic, 25 to 43 unromantic, 44 to 68 is moderately romantic, 69 to 86 is you are romantic, and 87 to 100 is highly romantic.
I love that they said you are romantic instead of just
Romantic.
And did they think it was like too harsh to say you are unromantic?
Yeah, it's not really matching up. Okay, my score is 28 out of 100 unromantic.
Oh, mine is 46 out of
Jesus
100
Christ.
moderately romantic,
Okay.
which is intriguing because I would say you are a bit more forgiving of romance books than I am.
That is true.
Mine says you are both practical and sentimental, love is all you need, and soulmate and nice notions, but you understand that a relationship requires some pragmatic thinking. Valentine's Day may be a commercial holiday, but you don't mind celebrating either. Your approach, while realistic, is not businesslike nor overly emotional.
I don't agree with mine. Mine says the notion of love is all you need is not part of your reality. You rely on logic and practicality. A relationship is a business agreement.
Oh, shit.
Not unlike Victorian era marriage arrangements.
What's your dowry?
And Valentine's Day is a commercial holiday. Your approach, while pragmatic, is a little too businesslike and clinical. You could use some loosening up. I think I needed to be a bit more like you.
The quiz has spoken.
Oh my God, you are not romantic, but your partner's head is in the clouds.
Well, I'm just saying who's been hustling, making big podcasts all day, who's been playing games. This is callous and unfortunately did nothing to dispute the rumors that we are unromantic.
Yeah, whatever. It's not as bad as the time that we got told we were Esme Cullen. That's still the worst quiz result I've ever got.
Earlier, I ran through a long list of romance books we've read on the show and not enjoyed. But with those aside, can you think of any romance novels you've read that you would recommend?
I have 2 categories for my recommendations. Some are BookTok romance books, and the other category is something a bit more literary. I'll just quickly go through them because we both know that I'm not good at describing what happens in books and I can't remember what happens in most of them. So just take my word for it.
Cool. Love it.
So we have, for the BookTok romance books, Not in My Book by Katie Holt, Wild Things by Laura Kay, Exit Lane by Erica Verink, Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood, surprisingly. And I also don't mind her chess one, Check and Mate, I think. Kiss Her Once For Me by Alison Cochrane, and The Hating Game by Sally Thorne.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yes. And then I have some more literary books. Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson, Exciting Times by Nersha Dolan, Henry by Alan Bratton, How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwang, and Swimming in the Dark by Thomas Jadrowski. How about you?
I mainly have the more sort of literary ones. So I have Heart the Lover by Lily King, Tom Lake by Anne Patchett, and every Emily Henry book ever written. No Hard Feelings by Genevieve Novak, Seeing Other People by Diana Reid. But I guess something that I was wondering as I was putting together this list is how front and center does the romance have to be in order to be considered a romance? And do sad/tragic love stories count, or is the romance genre only for happily ever afters?
Yeah, that's why I split mine into BookTok and not BookTok, because I think BookTok has to have the happily ever after.
I think so.
I have some notes about this later on, but I think Anna Huang agrees.
Well, that's an excellent segue. As we mentioned at the start of the show, we're reading Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This is a book that we've been threatening to read for a good couple of years now, actually. So I'm wondering what your initial thoughts, expectations, hopes and dreams were heading into the book.
Okay, well, look, I've seen the hideous cover with the ice blue eyes. I've seen the other iterations of the hideous covers. I've seen the trope marketing. I've hated the other romances, mostly that we've read on the pod. I think I thought it would be an awful experience, but I did have a little glimmer of hope that maybe this time would be different, like new year, new me, etc., etc. Because I just always think to myself, wouldn't it be fantastic if all of a sudden I just started to eat these books up? Like I read them so fast. I fly through them. I read this in one sitting. I could read 1,000 books if I decided to like these books. So I was like, fingers crossed, my Goodreads goal this year will be bigger than ever.
It's going to be awesome.
God, I really want to. I really want to. Yeah, so hopeful, but, you know, because I'm unromantic, logically, it's like, no, probably not. How about you?
Oh, look, flying in the face of all past experiences, I was feeling kind of excited. I did not start reading this until my last week at work for the year. So I was wrung dry. I was ready for some brain rot, and this seemed like it was going to fit the bill. Based on the cover, based on the synopsis, I really did think it was going to be dreadful, but for whatever reason, I was like holding out hope that it could be what I needed. Something that I thought was quite unique about this book is that often when we go to read books like Wildfire, like The Love Hypothesis, Magnolia Parks, whatever it is, when I look at that book on Goodreads, there's a real sinking feeling because I'll see that some of our listeners and mutuals have rated it quite highly. And even worse sometimes, although please don't stop doing it, I love it, is when someone's like, yay, I was hoping this would win. I really love this book, or like, can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. And you're like, well, it's not going to be good. But when I looked at Twisted Love on Goodreads, quite unanimously, it had been rated a 3-star or lower, most commonly a 2-star by people we know, which is unusual.
Yes, very unusual. Unless you're the kind of twisted person who loves having books spoiled for them, you may want to hit pause if you haven't read Twisted Love already. If you're all good with spoilers, then carry on. Either way, make sure you are subscribed to our show.
Content warnings from the author's website include abusive parents, aquaphobia/panic attacks, attempted murder/drowning, child abuse, death and violence, mentions of suicide, and degradation kink. Alex Volkov is a devil blessed with the face of an angel and cursed with a past he can't escape. Driven by a tragedy that has haunted him for most of his life, his ruthless pursuits for success and vengeance leave little room for matters of the heart.
But when he's forced to look after his best friend's sister, he starts to feel something in his chest. A crack, a melt, a fire that could end his world as he knew it.
Ava Chen is a free spirit trapped by nightmares of a childhood she can't remember. But despite her broken past, she's never stopped seeing the beauty in the world, including the heart beneath the icy exterior of a man she shouldn't want, her brother's best friend, her neighbour, her saviour, and her downfall.
Theirs is a love that was never supposed to happen, but when it does, it unleashes secrets that could destroy them both and everything they hold dear.
With all that out of the way, now it's time to reveal the truth of how you feel about Twisted Love now that you've read it.
Okay, it could be summed up in 2 ways. I've got one with 3 words and one with a lot more words.
Okay.
3 words. What a mess. And then longer is in Anna Huang's kitchen, she has magnetic poetry on her fridge, but instead of words, they're just tropes and BookTok buzzwords. And late at night, she sleepwalks and she goes into the kitchen and she just moves things around on the fridge. And then in the morning, she wakes up, comes into the kitchen and she's like, right, ready for work, and just starts writing. That's how I feel about it. How did you feel about it?
I was drunk the whole time I read this book and I had a great time.
Woo!
I was woohooing. Woohoo!
You were doing the Sims busting out.
I was. I know it's bad. I know it's bad. And there's some sort of commentary here and it's not flattering.
Maybe
about...
it's because you're mildly romantic.
Yeah, well,
unromantic.
I do rate a lot higher on the romantic scale than you.
You just wouldn't get it.
Romantic
Were you literally
ones.
drunk or were you drunk on love?
It's hard to say, honestly. A bit of both. Yeah, I just was like, you know what? I'm vibing.
It's time.
It's awful and I want to know more. Why?
Oh my God. Okay.
It's weird because the alcohol seemed to have sort of absolved me of some of the guilt I felt when I read and loved The Hating Game, because this is a book that I shouldn't like. It's a book I'm sure if I read under any other circumstances, I'd be like, what the hell did I just read?
Not under the influence.
Yeah. But I'm not racked with guilt the way I was. I'm like, you know what? It slapped. It was good.
It was not good. Well, at least we're not boring anymore.
Alex and Ava forever.
Okay. This isn't going the way I thought it would.
No, neither. I honestly, it made me so delusional. I was like, Bridget's going to like it.
Why?
I like it.
Okay.
Alcohol is in. Drinking is so back.
Sick. Okay.
All right, cut the shit. Let's talk about Anna Huang.
Okay. This is Anna's bio, which has come directly from her website. And it says she is the #1 New York Times, #1 USA Today, and #1 Sunday Times bestselling author of over a dozen contemporary romances, which have collectively sold 25 million copies worldwide. Her subgenres range from sports to billionaire and suspense, but all of her books feature her signature blend of steam and swoon. Her work has been translated into 34 languages, and she has been featured on Good Morning America, The Kelly Clarkson Show, The Drew Barrymore Show, The Washington Post, and more. A BookTok phenomenon, her breakout Twisted series has over 2 billion views on the platform. It is currently in development for television at Netflix. Anna is also a crossword puzzle enthusiast and an avid traveller. She's visited nearly 40 countries, several of which have served as an inspiration for her books. Now, I know that when I was reading that, I was putting on a bit of a bratty attitude, but I do have to say that I watched a lot of interviews with Anna and I find her charming.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because I was like, man, I really don't think the alcohol can justify my feelings. Like, it just, there's
really
just too
liked
much
her.
that's like against how I would normally feel. And what I did feel was that I liked her a lot.
Yes, I think she seemed kind, which is like weird to say about someone you're seeing on YouTube, but she seemed to be like proud of her work. I love that for her. And I think she seemed really smart.
Yeah, and I think she seemed really self-aware as well. She knows she's not like curing cancer with these novels.
Yeah. So she is Chinese American and she's the daughter of Chinese expats, and she credits her love of writing stories to her mother. When she was in grade 1, she was in English as a second language classes, and I heard her say in an interview that she just thought it was like a fun little class just for her to hang out with a teacher one-on-one, which is so cute. And then her mum said, every day write a story to practice English. And she said, I thought my mum just liked reading my stories.
Oh,
which is so cute. She discovered Wattpad and she was writing a lot on there when she was 15, and then she uploaded her first novel when she was maybe 18. Something I also found a little bit interesting is she said that she's embarrassed to write the spicy scenes in her books. And I mean, she's very brave, because that seems to be a big percentage of her books. And the dedication for Twisted Love is quite funny. It says, to my mum for all her support and encouragement over the years. Mum, if you're reading this, turn back immediately. There are scenes in here that will scar you for life.
that's all you can really do. She's been warned.
Yeah. She said that her parents still go and buy her books and they display them, but to her knowledge, they haven't read them, which I think is for the best.
I did kind of laugh when I read that the Twisted series was written after 2019 during the COVID-19 pandemic, because you very affectionately in a previous episode coined that era of writing as COVID slop.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought Bridget will have something to say about this. But she began writing and self-publishing novels and promoting them on TikTok. Her Twisted series went viral and was republished by Bloom Books in 2022.
there are 4 books in the Twisted series. She has finished writing the series. So the first book is Twisted Love, second is Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and then Twisted Lies. And unfortunately, this is another kind of Bridgerton style series where every book is the same story but a different character. But, you know, that's what the girlies love.
It's funny that you say that as well, because when I was looking for information about the Netflix adaptation, I saw that in January of 2025, Netflix acquired the rights to a 7-figure deal for the series. And obviously each series will follow one of the members of the friendship group, the same as the book. There's not really any information in terms of casting or script or anything like that, but I did read a couple of articles where Netflix were calling it the replacement for Bridgerton.
That's wild.
So, I mean,
Bridgerton is even finished yet.
it's not.
They've got
Interest is
miles to
waning.
go. She hasn't ruled out writing a 5th book for the series, but she said that it would be epilogue style rather than a new romance, which, oh God, what
It's
awful news that
fine,
is.
babe, we don't need it.
No.
You're good.
You're good. As we said before, she has released over a dozen contemporary romances. She's currently churning out about 2 books a year. I watched an interview with her where she said in the indie publishing world that that's considered slow, and some people release one every few months, but it takes her about 6 months to finish a book. A lot of thinking, but actual writing about 6 to 7 weeks.
I read an interview with her where she said she's good at writing to deadline.
This is the second dark romance book that we've read on the podcast, but I thought it would be interesting to hear from Anna Huang herself about what she considers to be a dark romance. She said, I think dark romance is subjective, but to me it is books that have darker themes and characters. So this is where you see a lot of anti-heroes and villains positioned as protagonists, where there may be psychological or physical trauma depicted on page, as well as villains. It's more like heavier emotions than in classic contemporary romances at the end of the day.
Well, I think that mention of dark romance and morally grey characters is the perfect segue for a discussion about our leading man, Alex Volkov. Alex was an interesting guy.
Tell me about him.
Did you know that he has an IQ of 160?
You know what? I had heard like rumblings about that.
It's barely mentioned. He has a disease. It's called perfect memory disease. Look it up.
It's
a
got
real
some
thing.
other name, but I can't quite remember it.
He remembers everything perfectly in vivid detail.
Yeah.
It's different to a photographic memory. Don't even think about comparing the two because it's not the same.
No.
It's a curse.
Idiot.
It's a blessing and a curse. Another thing that I could tell you about Alex is that he sort of, for some reason, seems to have the vocabulary of a 1950s gangster because he is repeatedly saying that people are going to be toast. If that guy looks at you again, he's toast. He's toast. You're going to be toast. You and your business will be toast.
And another thing, he's got one tool in his arsenal, and that is watch your mouth, otherwise your business is going down the drain. And you'll never work in this city again.
You'll rule the day.
That's it. That's his only threat. Another big part of his personality is he has insomnia, and also he's good at teaching meditation and how to get through phobias. But for some reason can't like apply that information to himself, like to cure his insomnia. He's not like doing any meditation or anything to help with that. Like he's just like, not for me. I believe in the shit, but not for me. Only for Ava.
It is interesting that someone who allegedly has such a high IQ is such a dumbass.
He's such a dumbass. Like everyone's got the upper hand on him.
Yeah, and also he sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I hate him.
When I say I like this book, he played no part in that.
Yeah. Right. Except he was half the book.
Yeah. Well, I guess like when I ignored what he was doing, then I liked it,
The
if you know
whole
what I
plot.
mean.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like if I just it was like, okay, whatever, that man's there.
Yeah.
Let's pretend he's someone else. Then it was good.
Yeah, okay. I don't quite understand, but I'll stick with you.
Neither do I.
Okay, so let's talk about the memory before. Actually, hang on. There's one thing we've forgotten. He's a really good singer, guys.
I did not forget that.
He's a really good singer.
I screamed when I read that.
Yeah. The question I have for you, in your mind, what song was he singing? What was he performing for Ava?
Any situation like this, my mind always goes to the scene in The Mighty Boosh.
Turn around. That one?
Yeah.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely.
It's always Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Okay, great.
What about you?
The song that I was imagining was Right Here Waiting by Richard Marx. And I don't know if you know that, but I think you'll know it when you hear it. So it's the one, wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. In his actions when he's in London, and also just like the same vibe of like, you know, mysterious and I'm so sexy and I'm Ukrainian.
Yeah. We'll backtrack slightly because we have painted an intriguing but quite abstract portrait of this guy. So he is 20
Like
something.
6 or something.
Yeah. He's a young man who became an orphan through having his parents and sister murdered in front of him. He is a businessman that is tied up in some dodgy dealings.
And real estate.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you could put that in
He's
dodgy
a Christian
dealings.
Grey type.
Yes.
With a little bit more murder, I would say. He is very robotic. He's very serious. He's quite manipulative and abusive in the way that he acts to almost everyone in his life.
Yes.
I would say the definition of morally grey. No, that's not morally grey, actually. Like, it's wrong to murder.
I think he's just a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the appeal for some people. Unfortunately, not for me. What you just said about Christian Grey was so true, because I felt like there was so much Edward Cullen and Christian Grey in him. And like, I read this coming off my Twilight reread, and when they were in the car, like in the very start of the book, I was like, okay, like I could maybe get into this. I can trick myself into thinking this is Edward, like on the way back from Port Angela's, maybe, because it was quite similar. But as the book progressed, no, it didn't really help me trying to picture that. I was like, I can't quite reach that far.
Because I think it's one thing to have someone who's like, I don't know what I'd do if someone ever hurt you, or like, you don't know what those guys were going to do to you. But he is like actually insane. Like there's a scene at the end of the book after Ava and Alex have been through the entire plot of this novel, had some dramas, reconciled against, the world's better judgment. And Ava is at an art gallery. She's put on a show of her whole photography collection. This is after he's done his song. He's come to make amends. He's sung his song. He's bought her entire photography collection. Boo.
Yeah, that was bad.
Wow, way to let her achieve things on her own merit, dickhead.
I was surprised he didn't pay for her to get into the program.
And so Ava is innocently talking to this guy from her course. Anyway, the guy in her course asks if she wants to go out, and she's in the midst of rejecting him. And she says to the guy, "You're cute and funny and talented too. Any girl would be lucky to date you." The guy says, "I sense a butt coming," he said wryly. But she's busy tonight," a smooth voice interrupted. "From tonight through the foreseeable future." I turned, my pulse accelerating, when I saw Alex standing less than 5 feet away. His gaze zeroed in on where I was still touching Jack's arm. I pulled away, but it was too late. I could practically taste the danger pulsing in the air. Gone was the man who'd bared his soul on stage. In his place was the ruthless CEO who wouldn't hesitate to crush his enemies to dust. "You're the guy who performed tonight and is always waiting for Ava outside WYP." Because he has been stalking her, actually.
For a year.
Important to note.
For a whole year.
Jack narrowed his eyes. "Who are you again?" "Someone who will rip your entrails out and strangle you with them if you don't take your hands off her," Alex said in a deceptively calm voice. Oh. My bad. It was only then that I realized Jack still had his hand on the small of my back from when he'd hugged me earlier. "You're a psycho." Jack tightened his hold on me, and I suddenly feared for his life. "I'm calling security." Yes. Great move. Call security. Like the first sensible reaction someone has had to this man in the whole book.
They all thought he was her boyfriend. Read the body language. From the first day he rocked up, she was not into it. And even if he was, that's still
Stalking.
Yes. Something that I tried to do was kind of catalog all of the times that I rolled my eyes in like an extreme way, especially when I was listening to the audiobook. There was a lot where I was like, you are actually kidding me. That's not what you just said. I'll just spit him out. We're all prostitutes in our own way. He also recognized Madeline's scent at some point, and that was crazy. I also can't believe that he has social media. Like when he's watching the fight by the pool, I don't believe that man has social media. That's not true at all. Horny college guys are some of the most dangerous people on the planet.
Says the actual murderer.
Their stupid like Harry Potter conversation. Like, did you just call me Voldemort? I just said Nagini. Shut up.
That was a point where I was really getting shades of the Spanish love deception.
Yes, definitely. I was a destroyer, not a protector.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I'm, in your sober state, I'm injecting some sensibility into you.
No, I'm still like, yay.
The red velvet thing. He's obsessed with her red velvet cupcakes. And I think the last thing I really want to say about Alex is, like many things in this book, the whole memory thing was so dumb It did not need to be a part of this book because people that have traumatic experiences don't need to have whatever his memory disease was called to remember that. People have flashbacks. People are triggered by things. People will remember things in vivid detail. We don't need to know that you remember every single moment of your life. You can remember pivotal moments because the only things we heard about were those pivotal traumatic moments. It's stupid part of the plot.
I feel like it was more distracting than it was useful because when it was brought up, there was some commentary on it from Ava or Alex that was like, wow, that seemed all too convenient, or like, whoa, that's like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm not sure of the science, but whatever. I can't remember exactly the commentary, but I thought, okay, this is her like in a meta way asking us to suspend our belief.
Yeah, just move on, guys.
But you're right.
Let them have perfect memory. I'm never letting this go.
Yeah, you're right. It didn't serve any purpose.
So many things didn't serve. Like the singing served absolutely no purpose.
Well, I think...
Here we go.
Hands off the singing. No, you talking about the Red Velvet and the Harry Potter stuff just sort of like jogged my memory because I forgot all of that stuff had happened. And I think, not to move too far away from the characters, but I think that's kind of why, in my state, I enjoyed the book because it was such a freaking mess. Yes. I did not know what was coming next. Like, we had that cutesy, silly, like Sunshine Grumpy, like Operation Emotion thing happening. We had a freaking murder mystery.
Yeah.
We had some mafia shit. We had some like Christian Grey stuff. Like, it did not know what it was trying to be. And every page I was like, whoa, this is happening now.
It was the fridge magnets. Yeah. There was just shit. It was like Lucky Dip. What are we going to get this chapter?
And I think it was relieving because I don't know if this is intentional, but I've noticed she said her books have steam and not spice or smut. And like, I thought, okay, this is like reasonably graphic. There's not too much of it. And I thought we were going to be getting a lot of it. And so like, what were we like halfway through the book, the jig was up. What I thought would be the main twist in the plot had been revealed with Ava's dad. And I was like, well, great. They're just going to smash for the other 40% of the book. Okay, this is where it fulfills what I'm expecting it to be. But then it just kept going with all of this like subterfuge and like mafia stuff.
And everything was so obvious as well. Like, of course it's the uncle.
Why would he be like repeatedly prying every time we spoke to him about like, so did you kill that guy?
Yeah. Have you gotten any closer?
That can't be the conversation you have with your uncle every time you see him.
It's so embarrassing. When we were hearing about how Alex, you know, only sleeps with certain kind of women and like he only likes certain kinds of things in the bedroom, I thought we were going to get that Christian Grey, like BDSM, like red room of pain, playroom, whatever that stupid shit was called. It wasn't really like that at all.
No, he was just like, you're a slut.
You're my gorgeous slut.
No, I feel exactly the same. I thought, oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And she was like, yes, call me a slut.
Yeah, I like those things too. Okay. Also, another thing that I was quite confused about was like his obsession with her came out of absolutely nowhere. Like, we know his inner thoughts. So from the start of the book, if he's loved her for years and years and years, he's catalogued her favorite things of every single thing and he knows her innermost workings before they've even kissed, then why did we not know about that from chapter 1? I don't know what chapter it is, but like all of a sudden he's obsessed with her and all of a sudden she's obsessed with him. And it's never been like, wow, the light turned on. I saw the person that's been in front of me for all these years. Like, also, how many times do we have to hear passing the potatoes at Thanksgiving? Like, get a new line, please. And then like once there were a couple weird wholesome vibes, it was like 17 books in one.
Yeah, it was a mess.
A mess.
It swept me off my feet.
I think some of the stupidest lines are in the part where they're at the Thayer University annual alumni charity gala. And this is something that Alex attends every year because it's a fountain of information. And Ava attended because she wanted a chance to meet like one of her career idols or something. You know, they're dancing. They've got some sort of possessive shit going on, like dick measuring contest with some other guy. And then she says to him, you don't know me at all. And he says, is that so? Try me. She says, my favorite color, yellow. My favorite ice cream flavor, mint chocolate chip. My favorite season, summer, because of the warmth and sunshine and greenery, but secretly winter fascinates you. It speaks to the darkest parts of your soul, the manifestations of your nightmares. It's everything you fear, and for that you love it, because the fear makes you feel alive.
Okay.
No one would ever say that. And if someone did say that to me, I'd be like, okay, mate, Maybe it's because I'm unromantic. But if someone said that to me, I'd be like, I'm out in peace.
Got you by the quiz.
See ya.
You suck. You admit it.
Go find someone else. Sorry. Love cannot conquer all.
Nah, look, I have to come clean. I guess I was too drunk to be reading this podcast book because I'm like, you're reading out these quotes and I'm like, I don't have anything written down. I
read it twice. I read this book twice and I hated every second of it.
Split. So like sometimes I was drunk and listening. Sometimes I was drunk and reading.
Right.
But, you know,
but there was a shallow sorry, it keeps going. I just realized.
Oh.
But there was a shallow question, Sunshine. Hate the nickname Sunshine. Ask me something real. What do I want? A dangerous loaded question. And then he says, love, deep, abiding, unconditional love. You want it so much you're willing to live for it. Okay. You want it so much you'd say yes to anything. Believe in anyone. One more favor, one more kind gesture. And maybe, just maybe, they'll give you the love you want so desperately you'd whore yourself out for it.
That is not how we speak to our friends, Alex.
That's just actual drivel. It's drivel.
I don't remember that. And I think this is, you know, like I said earlier, not a flattering portrait of fans of these books because I enjoyed this book on No Thoughts, Just Vibes.
Yeah.
Barely vibes, to be honest.
I mean,
barely processing.
Reading the reviews, they're all No Thoughts, Just Vibes. I would like to read a review actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I might not say the name of the thing because I mean, I am aware that it might be a bit mean of me to broadcast it in this mean kind of way. But these were the kind of reviews that I'm seeing. And I'll just let you know that everything except the last 3 or so lines is in capitals. This book deserves more than 5 stars. Even the word perfection is not a good word for it from how amazing this book is. Gosh, even the amazing is not good for it. This book is literally God tier. The chemistry between the main characters was just everything. I took 6 days to finish the book. And the reason why is because after finishing The Hating Game, shots fired, my brain just started telling that since this book is so good, just don't finish it so fast because I just know that I'll have trouble into picking my next read because nothing would be as good as the book I'm reading. Well, at least that's for my unread books that I have on my bookshelf. Well, hopefully my next read is going to be so good and turn me head over heels for the main characters. Also, just read it. Don't even read the description. Just fucking read it. That's like that's every review. And here's another one. Holy moly. Okay, hello. I love this book. Alex had a development I loved seeing. I can see where he was coming from and his overprotective nature was adorable. Not to mention his possessive personality. Love. Ava had a development I love seeing as well. She overcame a lot of obstacles and it was amazing seeing her notice her worth in the end. And the mystery got me sitting on the edge of my seat. Everything came together perfectly and it was so shocking when the puzzle pieces all came together to reveal themselves. So good. Enjoyed this book and I can't wait to read the rest of the Twisted series when I can. And like, I know I said at the start of the episode that I want to be able to enjoy books like this. Like, I would love to be this person. Once again, it's probably because I'm unromantic. I just can't.
I didn't say anything.
I just can't be this person. What are they reading?
There was no growth for Alex, and Ava made no discovery as to her self-worth. Her self-worth took a swan dive, I would say.
Yes.
I would say,
yes.
Because something that happens repeatedly with her as well is that she calls him out on his behavior, and then it does absolutely nothing to shape or change his character.
And then she takes him back.
Yeah, it takes him back and changes again and again and again. It's like toxic grease. Let's move on to Ava. What can I tell you about Ava? Ava likes the color yellow.
Butter yellow.
Ava
Summer but winter.
is a simple girl. I think there is the husk of an interesting character in there. I think Ava Chen is a more interesting female character than we often receive in this kind of book. And I would say Ava, despite her stupidity when it comes to relationships, is probably the saving grace of this book because I actually did kind of like her, even though I thought she was stupid.
I don't agree with the liking, but I do agree with the other things you're saying. Yeah.
Ava is a Chinese American character, which is a lot more diversity than we've ever seen in any of these other similar novels.
Yeah.
She does, however, suffer from that same like really infantile, like puerile, dumb inner monologue that's like, me wanna make him laugh.
Me wear sundress.
Molly and me, biscuit. And it's really hard to hear. It's really hard to be in the head of someone like that when they're also being preyed upon by this monster.
Something I found quite interesting when I was doing my research is this article from booksrun.com, and it was about Anna Huang's body of work and how different it is from the usual romance books we kind of see. One part of this article said that a very unusual trait for this genre is a self-sufficient heroine. And this is something that I actually took offense to. Like, I am offended. I was triggered by this based on my new discovery as a Bella Swan lover. It says Anna's stories are different from Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey, for example, where the female protagonist is, let's say, somewhat clueless. In Anna Huang books, a fierce woman is a perfect match for the ruthless and intelligent protagonist. She can easily understand his sarcastic remarks and respond accordingly, leading to their high-class banter and steamy romance. The female is complex with her own goals and ambitions. There is much more to her than just being in love with a kinky and wealthy man. Her personal growth also plays a significant role in the plot, making us, modern readers, feel very content. And I think that's incorrect for two reasons. I think it's incorrect because I don't see that Ava is a perfect match for Alex, because I think that Ava deserves more than Alex. I think she is a nice, kind person and she deserves somebody who isn't going to kill people.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that she was that intelligent or complex. Like, I think if there was a little bit more time or thought given to the construction of her character, then yeah, I could see that, because as you said before, there were like parts that were interesting. Like, there was a shell that was interesting. It just wasn't really filled in very well. And the second thing that I took offense to with this is saying that Bella Swan isn't intelligent or can't understand sarcastic remarks. And I think that's incorrect. As I said in our Let Them episode, Bella Swan is kind of that bitch. She is running the Cullen family. She is funny. She is smart. She knows what's going on. She knows it's Victoria. She knows it's the Volturi. She knows what the werewolves are doing. She knows what's going on. She figures out she can hear Edward in her head if she does. She's smart, okay? She's smart. And when I'm reading Midnight Sun, I'm like, Edward, I get it. She's charming. She's funny. Like, when she's in the kitchen and she's like, watch me hunt, getting her breakfast, and then she's like, can I get you anything? Funny. Okay. I implore everybody, read Twilight again. You'll see what I mean. Take off the lens of Bella hating.
It's apples and oranges. Ava Chen has let 2 murderers into her life. I guess if you're a murderer, you'd want to be pretty good at your job. But one is not a professional murderer. And granted, she was a child.
Yes.
She is traumatized. But based on the way that man gave up the jig about not being her father and trying to kill her, I don't think he would have been doing a very convincing job of being a loving, affectionate, biological father her whole life up until age 20, whatever, 2.
No, she was like, sometimes I catch him looking at me as if he hates me. Okay, your dad shouldn't be doing that, babe.
I know she had repressed memories, but that seems unusual.
But even when she was an adult, he was looking at her like that.
And I think a smart woman would stand up for herself around a man like Alex. Like that scene where she was doing that boudoir photo shoot or whatever with that guy, and he stormed in and was like, delete the photos, I'll smash your freaking camera, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, this is for my professional body of work. You can't do that. You don't control me. And then, spoiler alert, relented.
He does.
Bella wouldn't do something like that.
No.
Like when Bella puts her foot down to go and see Jacob or like whatever she's determined to do, boudoir shoot at the blacks. Yeah.
She'd get into the car and go to the Cullens and make them vote on whether she could do a boudoir photography
She was
session.
like, Bella want to smash.
Yeah.
Bella smash.
Bella smash.
Bring the eggs. I'm ready.
She will emotionally manipulate as well.
Yeah. I agree with you. I don't think she comes across as a smart character.
No, the parts about her trauma were quite interesting, like how she was afraid of water. But that's another thing where I was like, not really necessary. Wasn't really integral to the plot. I think it could have been if it was maybe, I don't know, weaved in a better way. But I also think that she's lying about it because it's very insensitive for me to say, but I have evidence.
Okay.
Do you know where, perchance, she decided to take the photos of the engagement shoot at the start of the book? Do you know where that was?
No.
I'll just read it to you.
I was drunk, Bridget. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't remember any of this book. I have like 10 pages of quotes that I've highlighted and the rest, nothing. Yeah, boy. Longest yeah boy ever.
So at the start of the book, Ava is stranded in the rain just before her brother's going away party is about to start. And she's like, I can't get an Uber. It's raining. Also, I'm in the middle of freaking nowhere. So she calls her brother and he's like, I'll send a car. Don't go anywhere. Have you got the pepper spray? There's freaks out in rural Maryland. And so she's waiting for him. Alex rocks up in his Aston Martin, or if you were the audiobook narrator, Austin Martin.
Yeah.
What?
I'm glad you picked up on that.
And so he's really angry about her like putting herself in this dangerous position, even though once again, apparently he doesn't care about her. And so she's just said, did you just make a joke? And then he just changes the subject and he says, explain why you were out there in the first place. I had a photo shoot with clients. There's a nice lake. A nice lake. Babe, you're scared of water.
Oh, wouldn't it be good if there was a sequel where she was
Busted.
manipulating him the whole time?
You just got Ava. You're not scared of water. You're at a lake.
I think the most glaring example of her lack of intelligence is that at the end of the novel, she finds out that Alex had only been getting close to her brother and herself and her family so that he could seek vengeance and kill her dad, who he believed had murdered his family. Question for you. If you found out that Brian had been plotting to murder your family and he quote unquote fell for you in the process, like cast your mind back to when you were first dating, like a year, maybe even 2 years into dating, if you found out that he wanted to murder your family, but he fell for you. For real. I fell for you for real, baby girl. Would you be chill with that?
Well, maybe this is the unromantic, logical, pragmatic part of me. But if Brian was trying to kill my dad, who would try to kill me, then maybe I'd be cool with it. I think, like, important here, my dad hasn't tried to kill me.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And her dad was undeniably a bad man. So I don't know. I've been thinking about this question ever since I saw it in the show notes, and I can't give you a straight answer, yes or no. How about you? What about if Brian was like, psych, your dad's dead?
I just think I'm not that trusting. I think I would not be so chill with letting 2 murderers into my life.
Well, actually, no, sorry. I did forget that he would be a murderer. Yeah, I think I would agree with you. Yeah. But I mean, he did try to kill me.
He killed his uncle, right?
Yeah. And the other guy.
And that's another thing. So it's like, okay, maybe Brian doesn't succeed in killing your dad. Maybe your dad earned
Maybe
it.
he's been thwarted from that attempt.
But Brian still has killed at least 2 other guys that you know about.
But then the uncle was going to kill me.
Yeah, but murder's wrong.
Murder is wrong.
Are you the morally grey protagonist?
Knock it off.
Not cool.
No, it's all ridiculous. And I can't even picture it because it's so, like, I can't imagine it. Every time something happened in this book, I was like, as if this is shit. So I just don't have a very good imagination. But I mean, if Brian came to me tomorrow and said I've been killing people, I'd be like, okay, why?
Lock him up.
Yeah. Hello, 911. I got a murder report. In our Magnolia Parks episode, we spoke a little bit about the threat of infidelity that was constantly hanging over the heads of every single character in that book. Our girl, Jessa Hastings, was talking about this in a podcast episode, and she said that she was unaware that in the TikTok romance sphere, cheating is worse than murder. So I was pleasantly surprised to find this quote from Anna Huang talking about this, because I was like, oh, okay, backing up what she said. And she says there's this ongoing joke in a particular subsect of the romance community that's like, murder is totally fine, but we draw the line at cheating. You cannot do that, right? All of this plays into the reason why this trope appeals to people and why romance readers read romance. It's that escapism, that fantasy of having a guy that is so in love and obsessed with you that he is able to do all these things. You're, I don't want to say not like other girls, but you're kind of the exception, right? The love interest is like the one person that is their exception, and that's the fantasy of it. And then the interviewer says that's how it should be in real life, no matter who you want to be with. And she says, exactly, some of these real life men, I'm like, you could benefit from learning some things from these fictional men. That's why we're drawn to it. And I think for some of these more over-the-top moments, it's easier for readers to accept because that is pretty outside the realm of possibility. It could happen, but it's very unlikely. So it's easier for us to draw the distinction that it is fiction. But things like cheating, it's so much closer to home and it's so much more possible that we're not as open or forgiving of that in fiction because it's so realistic.
I love that quote.
Yeah, I think she's really smart.
There are a couple of other excellent quotes that I really enjoyed, and one was on Writing Alpha Male. She says, "It's the fantasy of having someone just take care of all these things so you don't have to think about it. In real life, we're overwhelmed by all of the decisions we have to make, and it can be exhausting. In real life, we'd still want that agency and independence, but I think in fantasy it's okay to let go a little bit and say, here's this person who will take care of all of these things for me, and all I have to do is sit back and enjoy it." I don't necessarily agree that someone like Alex would make me feel taken care of. I think I'd feel harassed and stressed and pressured.
Yes.
But I do understand what she's saying with that quote, and I think it's a very smart and informed take.
Another smart and informed take that she had was sort of challenging the notion or challenging the idea that the genre of dark romance is fetishizing violence against women. And she says, at the end of the day, it is fiction. And I think that the people who read it should be able to critically enjoy it because they know these themes are bad in real life. Fiction is a safe way to explore those fantasies and experience these visceral emotions without them actually being in danger, the same way it goes for any other type of entertainment. The action movies that kind of glorify all of this violence, they don't really think about the civilians that get caught in the way, or the TV shows that feature serial killers as the protagonists. I mean, all of these glorify themes that are not great in real life, but the people who see them understand that they can be entertaining without condoning them in reality. And that is so true, and it's something I haven't thought of. But once again, things that girls like are criticized more than something that is traditionally more a male interest, like an action movie. And that's so true. Of course she's right. What's the difference? Nothing. One's for girls traditionally and one's for men traditionally.
I've seen a couple of quotes from her talking about this concept of like a safe space to explore themes without any real consequences. And it was making me think of that discussion we had in our Credence episode about like taboo and the place it fills in the literary world or whatever it may be. And I guess obviously the choices that Anna Huang is making in her novels with these characters are a lot more to my taste or a lot more palatable to me than Credence was. But I do really understand what she's saying here. I just don't like it.
Yeah, same. It's just not for me. And, you know, once again, we're reading a book that's not for us, except this time it was for you.
Yeah. That kind of leads into something that I have been gearing up to admit, and that is that I think that I would read another one of these. And that is 90% based on the fact that the next one is about a princess and she did what so many before her have failed to do, and that is fictionalize the universe. She is the princess of Eldora. Where is that? Who knows?
Who cares?
Notes. Yeah. Take notes, Casey McQuiston.
Yeah. I would read it too because I'm kind of interested in the princess friend. I did just watch Princess Diaries the other day. I would have to say I wouldn't listen to the audiobook though because the accent that the narrator gave the princess in that book, Princess Bridget, not good.
Not good.
Not good at all. And I wouldn't be interested in hearing the sexy narrator again. Wasn't into that.
No, but when I looked it up, he seems to be like somewhat of a celeb in the sexy narrator community.
I got that impression as well.
He's that guy. One of the things that I thought was so funny about this book is that she didn't even really end up finishing the story for Alex and Ava. It was like, anyway, they go off to do whatever. I'm just going to start writing about the princess and Reese now.
You know why she didn't finish it? Because the proposal scene is bonus content on her website. And so if you sign up for her newsletter, you get access to the bonus chapter.
Oh, God.
And so there's 2 bonus chapters. I read them for us to you know, give us the full story.
Please.
One of them, they went apple picking. And that went as well as you could imagine. They had sex in the middle of the orchard. And the proposal, he like booked out a private museum and he was like, we're going to see an art show. And there was no one there. And, you know, he'd set up a thing and he was like, will you marry me? She's like, yes. And then they had sex in there as well.
Duh.
So, yeah. I mean, that's why. There's always a reason why. And it's always bonus content. We've come to the end. We've learned a lot of things about each other in this episode. This time for us to learn a few more. We're going to talk about our favourite and least favourite characters. So, Laura, what is your favourite character in Twisted Love by Anna Huang?
My favourite character is Princess Bridget.
Oh, same.
Cool.
Because I hadn't thought of it before now. Yeah, she's fun. I like how we didn't talk about any of the friends or the brother.
No, well, what is there to say?
Nothing. And how about your least favorite character?
My least favorite character is Alex Volkov. He is a freak.
Yeah, he is a freak. I have a tie for mine. My least favorite characters are the murderer, Alex Volkov, and the annoying girl, Jules. I hate her. She's so annoying. I won't be reading her book. To be fair to Jules in the book, if I hadn't listened to the audiobook, I don't think I'd hate her as much, because the way that the audiobook embodied her character was unbearable.
She sounds like a real cliche. She's probably a girl with a lot of bravado but a heart of gold.
Yeah. I reckon she'd be crying in her book. Like, you know, she'd be like letting down her guard.
Hitting rock bottom, crying for the first time.
I especially hated her. I know we haven't really talked about this and I know we're about to finish the episode, but I especially hated the stupid emotions thing, like harebrained scheme that she cooked up. Just like another thing that didn't really matter in the plot.
Because I thought that was going to be the whole plot.
Same. I thought it was going to be like a bit like the hating game, or
which I think would have made me hate the book more, because that's like, it would have fulfilled my expectations.
But it was like half-assed.
It was all half-assed, which I think was just what delighted me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was coming next.
Yeah. This is, I don't know if I can really do it justice, but this is how Jules was represented in the book. Hear me out. We all think Alex is a robot, right? Well, what if she can prove he isn't? Don't tell me you guys don't want to see him act like an actual human being for once. She's not 22. That's not a 22-year-old.
That's Mel Robbins.
That's Mel Robbins. And she might have infiltrated me more than I knew.
Let them.
Simple. We come up with a list of emotions and you try to make him feel each one. It'll be a test of sorts, like giving him an annual physical to make sure he's functioning properly. It's just shit. Sorry, Laura. I know you really enjoyed this book.
What Laura says next will shock you. Doctors hate her.
I have 2 Goodreads quotes to end the episode on. Mm-hmm. The first one is from somebody called Kat. Where's Simon and Cowell when you need him? And the second one is someone from Anna. If I were her dad, I would want to kill her too.
I liked that one.
Do you have any good ones?
One that I enjoyed that was 1 star. I literally did not sign up for a murder mystery. And why did he sing? Horrific.
It's so true though, because there's so many parts in this book. It was like, this is not what I was promised.
Yeah. I think like it was just sheer relief that it wasn't what I was promised. Like it was so bad.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, it's not the Spanish. I thought it was going to be the Spanish Love Deception 2.0. In parts, yeah. In other parts, what the hell is happening? I don't know what's coming next. Like,
it
was
for the ride.
All so predictable. Every little micro story that happened within, I was like, okay, I know what's happening here. What's coming next? It's anyone's guess. Like, really?
Yeah, that's true. The very last question we have for the day, and I cannot wait to be outraged at your answer here, Laura, but do you find Twisted Love by Anna Huang lit or shit?
It is shit.
Oh my God.
It is shit.
I was ready to fight.
No, like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I was swept up, but I know it was ridiculous. I know under normal circumstances. And like, you know, I don't know if I said this earlier, but there are like 20 or so pages before the gin kicked in where I was like, what the hell? And I had a lot of highlights. I had a lot of tabs. I even tried the washi tape technique.
Oh, yeah.
And then suddenly something took hold and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just vibing. So like, it's shit. I know that.
Yeah. Okay, good. It's obviously shit. Yeah. Don't have to call for a lobotomy just yet.
I actually had one while I read this.
Okay. You got there first. For our next bonus chapter, we are talking about our feelings about the Netflix adaptation of Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation. Have your say on what we read next by keeping an eye on the link in our show notes and on our socials. Make sure you subscribe to the show, and if you want to be on the same page as us, follow us at talklit.gethit on Instagram and TikTok.